Hello YouTube, Elite Legionarii here. How's it going? Today I will be bringing you a 3 versus 3 from Medieval 2 Total War on the grassy flatlands, or grassy plains this game calls it. I will be teaming up with Third Window on the left, who was in the last game as an opponent. He was Scotland in the last game. Lavernicus, I always usually team up with him. He's Spain again. He'll be facing MTB 79, that's Doc Holiday, he was at LA last game. Stupid Gringo 84, he was a Sicilian last game. And he's the Papal States, and the new guy Ernesto Gonzalez, who, to be honest, wasn't a very sporting player this game, and you'll see why. I'm in command of the Holy Roman Empire. Third Window has Portugal, Lavernicus has Spain, Doc has Turks, Gringo has Papacy, like I said, and Gonzalez has France. So, my army consists of 5 units of dismounted Imperial Knights, 4 Pubby's Crossbowmen, 2 Helwood Militia as basically a meat shield, 2 dismounted Gothic Knights, the two-handed Y units kind of similar to them, 4 Teutonic Knights, very awesomeness, and probably one of my absolute favourite units in this game, 2 Raiters. They are awesome, the pistol-wielding mounted gun units. I might just pause, guys, because this battle gets going kind of fast, so I want to catch it all in. So Third Window has 6 units of musketeers, and he has 7 units of dismounted conquistadors and 2 units of mounted conquistadors, so a pretty useful wee line up there. Lavernicus has his standard sort of build of mix of chivalric knights, dismounted and mounted, and same with his conquistadors, mounted and dismounted, mixed in, a general's bodyguard and several musketeers. But he makes a very strange move. You can see how messed up he is. He does this sort of retreat, as you can see. Their battle starts so fast, so I'm going to watch it quickly. He does this retreat, and what happens is he lets some of his units stay and get into the fight, and basically Doc's able to just surround them and destroy them at an individual pace, and he has to quickly come back and reorganise to fix it, but he's so messed up. I don't really know why he fully retreated like that. I watched it in a previous replay, and it's just not something I can see him doing. He's a really good player, but it was a strange thing to do, and it really destroys a lot of his forces. His conquistadors and the dismounted conquistadors themselves would make very quick work of these Janissary heavy infantry. Janissary heavy infantry is some of the better infantry in the game, but they're still not conquistador good. So it's very strange. He sort of allows himself to get kind of encircled and messed up and taken out in sort of waves and bits and pieces. It's very, very unusual. So that's what he was up to. Over here, because of the nature of the Papal States forces, almost all of it was Pubby's Crossbowmen. So we agreed, me and Window on the left agreed to have a quick strike on his extreme left to destroy them and disorganise them before he could get in behind the French player. I'm just duelling with him with my Pubby's Crossbowmen. His forces consisted of a few spearmen, about 5 or 6 dismounted chivalric knights, some more spear militia, a couple of aventuros, very good crossbowmen, and 5 or so units of gendarmes. So he's going to get a better charge. I'm only going to charge very late into him, so he's going to do better in the charge, but my Raiters will make a big difference to this fight, really big difference. And I do eventually win this. This is a testament to the fact that gendarmes are not as good in the melee as Teutonic Knights who use the armour breaking mace. So as you can see, a few Swiss guards, mostly some religious fanatics, but mostly crossbowmen, a strange force. So if we go back to Lavernicus, as you can see, he just doesn't. He sort of was coming in waves and was sort of very disorganised, and it's just unusual. His cavalry got destroyed before he could use them, and his conquistadors can't stop cavalry and heavy infantry at the same time. So very unusual for him to play in a sort of disorganised, disfashioned way. It's not like him. So over here, I quickly managed to bash down this French cavalry really quickly. Like I said, the armor-piercing mace is awesome. In conjunction with getting shot at by these Raiters, they just didn't stay in it, and they quickly get beaten. Over here, the fight's actually quite even in most places. Pretty even fight, but I would give my Imperial Knights to the edge because again they've got an armor-piercing weapon. But I've also got Raiters going to shoot on the flanks, so that's going to work well. And I've also got these dismounted Gothic Knights just do a nice fancy charge if they need to do one. And I'll kill his general. And over here, did Windows Conquistadors come in, because he doesn't really need to use them against these Pubby's crossbowmen. The French player Ernesto was calling the Papal States player, his ally Gringo, a noob and swearing at him. But as you just see, he just rage quit. He just admitted defeat and quit. So very poor sport, really, there. If you're going to insult someone, then you do something like that, it doesn't look good. So just because me and I had him defeat, I didn't even need Windows to defeat him, help me on the flank anyway, because I had won the cavalry battles, so I would just come behind and hammer and amble him, but he just quit anyway. So that does not show, it doesn't look very good when you're calling people those things, then you do that, so it's pretty bad. So yeah, over here Lavernicus, there's the Papal General, I think. There, but Lavernicus just, I don't know, it was unusual for him to play like this. You've probably seen many of our battles, if you've watched my previous battles with him, he always performs really good. And he's certainly a seasoned player and knows what he's doing, so I'm not really sure what he was doing there. But anyway, we're basically just going to run them down. We don't really kill the French, it's kind of a habit though. You see a big routing army, you want to kill it. But no, going straight after the Papal player now, knock him out of the game and basically docks all on his own then. But that's just really bad on the French players, to ditch his allies like that just because his army starts to lose. I mean, I did a couple of battles the other day and I got clobbered, and it was frustrating, I'll admit it, but I didn't just ditch. So I mean I had an ally in one of these games and I was frustrated, but I mean I felt like ditching, but I didn't, because I was getting, the game, although that wasn't my fault, I got glitched out by my cav, and it was frustrating. But it's just not good to do that online. I mean, I can understand getting frustrated when you're losing. I mean, I like to win, and I do get frustrated when I lose, but it's just realistic. You lose. You lose some battles here and there. I mean, I like anyone else love to win, but it's just, I mean, but particularly when you insult people and then you just go and do something like that, it's just, I reckon it just looks really poor. But anyway, enough of that. So yeah, it's just going to end up being us basically trying to run down as much of this Papal States stuff as possible. Although I reform over here, well, I should have been going after him really, but I thought Third Window had him, but my Raiders are getting a few of his men, so I was using that to run him down while I reorganised over here, but I probably should have my Teutonic Knights in there as well, looking back on it.
This battle progresses well for the Empire. Stay strong, the enemy will be defeated.
So as you can see, his army consisted almost entirely of crossbowmen, which is a very unusual setup, in all honesty, and it really relied upon France to protect him, and France didn't really protect him well at all, so he didn't get to play all that good. So Lavernicus is going to send in some of his general's unit that survived, and they'll get a few kills, just for fun. And Doc is trying to reform, I believe, but he's still not very familiar with the quick keys to this game, if my memory serves me right. So he'll make a few. It'll take him a while. But while that's going on, we'll be running down as many of these Papal State units as we can. These Raiders are just packing up lots of kills, and these guys, there's a bit of the difference between Raiders and the camel gunners that the Moors have. The Moors camel gunners have a much greater range, and I think their weapons are a bit stronger, but in the melee they're quite crap, as opposed to with the Raiders, they've got very short range, but they're quite devastating in close range with their weapon. But when it comes to melee fighting, they're actually quite capable because they're well armed and they have a decent melee attack. I've often seen them do, like, say 20 or 25 casualties to a knight unit with their guns, and then beat them in the melee combat once they've weakened them enough, because they're that good at it. So they're not great at it by any stretch, but they're decent enough that once they use their guns to weaken a knight unit in battle, they can just beat it in melee, so it's pretty sweet that way. But it's best to keep them using their guns until they're out of ammo, of course. I also believe their ammo is a little longer lasting than the Moors too. I think that's right. The Moors run out of ammo quicker than Raiders run out of ammo. So they kind of counterbalance each other in different areas. So although the Moor camel guns have got much greater range, the Raiders have more ammunition and are slightly, not slightly, actually quite a lot better in melee combat. So that's, you know, got their advantages. So anyway, I'm reforming my army up here, while Doc and the remaining surviving Papal forces prepare themselves down there. So we want to avenge Lavernicus. And if we have a look at some Doc's forces, we can see he had some Sipahi, which he's going to send against me. Don't know whether he noticed that or not. He's got a couple of units of very strong surviving units of Capiculu left. I rather like this unit. Very good Turkish heavy cav. You got some Saracen militia. So looks like there's 5 or 6 units of. There's another unit of Capiculu down there, and of Janissary heavy infantry. These guys are pretty good. Definitely the best halberds in the game. They're quite capable. Got some Janissary archers over here. Some more Saracen militia. So yeah. So Third Window is organising his muskets up while I organise my troops up, and I see that there's a unit of Sipahi out over here. So I'm going to let my Raiders run them off and blow them to bits, and let my Teutonic Knights come back. Sipahi are some of the best horse archers in the game, if not perhaps even possibly one of the, well, not quite the best. No, the Dvor cavalry of the Russians is probably a bit better, but Sipahi are certainly up there. But these Raiders are just awesome at killing just about everything. But again, it's the short range that can make them quite challenging. They can lose quite a lot of, like, against other horse archers, gun mounted units, missile units, they don't actually do that well because they're very short range. So it's quite often a very good idea to use them more against knights and things, because they do very well there. So anyway, looks like Doc's got his forces pretty well lined up, as does the Papal States player rather, but he was Sicilian in our last game. Just have it there. I might just triple speed it a wee bit, guys, while we organise things. And hold on a minute. I believe I was using my Raiders to chase some more of these Sipahi, but I did take quite a lot. I wasn't too many casualties. I was taking a few weak casualties to those Sipahi with my Raiders, because again, range-wise, they're not that great. So I'm going to triple speed again, guys, just while things are getting a bit organised. And here is a big mistake being made by Doc. He's letting his men get out way away to get into range, and they'll be destroyed by muskets pretty quick. But anyway, I am preparing to move up as the battle's almost over. And over here, the remaining units of conquistadors used by Third Window are coming in, and they'll quickly destroy these Janissary archers, which is quite wasteful in all honesty on Doc's part. It's not so flash. But now they're gonna prepare to attack, but we're preparing to move up anyway. We will start to do so in a moment. Actually, we'll start to do right now. And I'm moving up, and I believe Third Window is just reorganising his line, running down whatever units he can with his conquistadors. These guys ain't the strongest cavalry though. They're not bad cavalry by any stretch. They're still some of the best cavalry in the game. There are a few cavalry units that are better, but the dismounted conquistadors are definitely the best infantry. Well, the Venetian heavy infantry could give them a few headaches, but aside from that, there's nothing else out there that I can see that can keep up with either of those two. Not that I've tried anyway. On the charge, the Varangian Guard could do some damage, but because of that two-handed unit glitch, it's not overly useful. A bit different if you're playing any of the Kingdom's expansion units, you know, like America's, Britannia, Crusades, or Teutonic Order expansions. They're a wee bit better in that because the glitch has been addressed, so they're actually a lot better in that. So over here, this cavalry's been drawn away by Lavernicus. Very useful. Same here with third window. So we'll be moving up again to have another crack at Dock. But I want to get rid of these horse archers. They're annoying me, so that's why I'm holding back. And here I see there's this meat shield charge here by Dock, so I'm just going to come in, blow it to bits. With a combination of muskets and raters, against peasants, they'll be gone in seconds, and they are gone, just like that. Run them down, and that's a nice another 100 probably captures from my raters. Very, very good. And now we're going to kill these Capiculu.
Winning the battle. Continue like this, and victory is ours.
So he's going to capture these conquistadors here, while these Janissary here actually rush me. I'm going to rush them in return. My raters just quickly kill everything in conjunction with Portugal here, but
General flees.
and we just rout those Capiculu. So over here, he's coming in, and I'm going to send my knights around behind them, or off to their flank. I'll finish them with a nice charge. And I can't remember why my men were not firing. I must have taken them off manual, automatic fire rather. So here I'm just going to counter-charge him right at the last moment, and his Janissary will be no match for such a charge from my Imperial Knights, which rout this unit here, just rout them in mass. Look at that. Just like that, my Imperial Knights rout even before my cavalry arrive. So, very awesome work there by my Imperial Knights. Or dismounted Imperial Knights. And my Raters are having a field day against this Capiculu. There is some other units in support, but these cavalry units just get destroyed before they can even get close to my Capiculu. Not my Capiculu, my Raters. These Capiculu get destroyed really quickly by my Raters before they can even get close. And now they're just going to get tired charged. There's just not enough momentum against all these conquistadors. They'll be destroyed. And as you can see, they die.
He has keine honor.
From my understanding, kein means no in German, so he has no honour. So my army's pretty much undamaged, except for some of my infantry that are reduced, but not badly reduced. Only by about a half on some of them, but that's not too bad. I'm going to get to all those French units up here that we just destroyed earlier. So we'll be blowing people to bits with our Raters. And the, of course, Dock admitted defeat just before, and the Papal States player will admit it right about now.
That we are the victors on this day.
So, definitely my units of the day for me are my Raters. My Teutonic Knights did very well as well. But everything came together nicely, so there's the statistics. A clear victory. 1,531 men for me deployed, 540 lost, 991 remaining, 775 kills, but the same amount captured basically. So that comes to about 1,500 kills if you include the extra over the 700. So that's about 1,500 kills or enemies defeated all round. That's how it would work in Rome Total War basically. Third window on the left had 1,351, 325 men left. Lost rather, he had 1,026 men remaining, so he did very well. He lost just slightly over 300, I think. Not much, but he got 1,007 and 524 captured, roughly the same amount of kills as me. Lavernicus, unusual what he did in this fight. Not sure what he was sort of trying to do there, and it kind of backfired. Whatever it was, that sort of some sort of withdrawal type tactic, it backfired, and that's cost him big time. So he got 1,283 men in the battle, lost 1,091. He had 192 men left, and he got 642 kills. So he didn't go down without a fight, but he did some unusual stuff, unusual for him in my opinion. Anyway, MTB 79 or Dock Holiday, he had 1,581, got 1,304. Lost 1,304, got 277, but he made credit for himself and ended up getting 1,200 kills and 245 captured for a total of 1,425. And Stupid Gringo only had 228 kills, and Ernesto, the Rage Quitter, had 485 kills. So my Teutonic Knights did pretty well, come out nicely, particularly this one, but they got a lot of captures as well, so they did very well. Halberd Militia absorbed that charge. My Raiders owned the day, in my opinion, got a lot of kills, lots of captures. Definitely their day. My Dismounted Imperial Knights come off pretty evenly, but got a lot of captures as well, so they did very well. Gothic Knights, Dismounted Gothic Knights, didn't really get to see any action, didn't really need them, but they're more of a reserve thing in this battle. And my Puppies Crossmen did actually quite rather well, in my opinion. They always do that. They've got really good defense because of that shield. They can take quite the beating and dish out quite a lot of damage, so they're actually a very reliable missile unit. So anyway, good game to third window on the left. Lavernicus, Doc Holiday, Stupid Gringo 84, and Ernesto Gonzalez. Very good game to you guys. I hope you guys watching enjoyed, and feel free to leave comments, and I shall see you soon next time.